Oh man.
Yeah.
So when did that start? That did that come after pretty much soaking up all the music heritage, and then you just started getting in your pen and pad?
It's it's like a combination of everything. You know when you for example, like if you got a bucket of paint,
Mm.
you gotta throw this one on the wall,
Okay.
do that little splash,
Yeah.
and then you gotta throw this color, then you gotta throw this color. But
Mm.
the thing is, they all get thrown literally kind of at the same time. So that's how I was with the music. It was like I'm starting to adapt to this, but then I'm starting to learn what Miami all about. I'm
Mhm.
adapting to this music, but then I'm starting to know what Broward all about. I'm adapting to this music, but the Bahamas and Jamaican music starting to kind of fold in.
Mhm.
So I was like, yo, and one day I was in middle school, and what fucked me up was I had done got so adapted to being kind of like up north. I ain't realize I ain't sound like a islander no more.
Oh man.
So I'm like, nah, I can't do this. Nah, I gotta fix this because in New York, there's a lot of island people that live there.
Mhm. Right.
So shout out to all my island people.
That
You
part.
dig?
That part. That part.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure, bro. So let's take a couple steps further. So now, you're writing poems, you're listening to music, you're getting your influence. So, and now let's say you back down south. So now you're trying to, you know,
Get adjusted.
you're trying to get adjusted. So like, what was that like? Were you trying to? You just come down here to like learn, soak up game, to find a career, to get connects. Like, what was your mindset?
All right, so let's go back to my family. I was a middle class family, wealthy in the Bahamas. I'm a jet that got a helicopter rooftop. That's what you call real money.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother was a landlord lady, so at the time I'm sitting there like, family got money. Let me start playing with some stuff. You feel me? I started buying instruments, keyboards, stuff like that, and I ran into this one cat. He just knew how to rock the keyboard, and he had a homeboy that was like a beat maker. So one day he was like, "Hey man, let's get together and let's 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 jam out."
Mm-hmm.
Like a rock and roll type of cat.
Yeah.
So I said, "All right." So them boy had got creative, and I'm sitting there like, "Oh shit!" So now I got a lot of girls in middle school, elementary school, kind of liking me. So I was starting to become real known for writing poems to the girls.
Oh.
So like, let's say I had a crush on you, I would write you and tell you how I feel, but I'd be like, P.S. This a poem,
Mm-hmm.
and I break her down like I studied you to talk about you, and they be
Ooh.
falling in love. So now these guys, he playing these beats, he playing this piano, he playing this over there. So I'm getting the groove, and I'm just like looking at my poems, and I'm just like rapping my poems to these beats. So I did it one day, and dude was blown the fuck away. Like, yo, you just came up with that, dude. You like, bro, we should make this a song. And I was pretty nervous. I was like, shit, I don't got no money to record it. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? He was like, we already did that. He played it back, and that shit was fire. But when I heard it, now by me living in Harlem and New York, I'm starting to think about, oh man, this almost sounds like on some LL Cool J type shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm comparing my music to these people now,
Okay.
and that's how I started finding my formula of just music. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And knowing what sound like based off of these artists. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
shouts out to all the artists before our time that paved the way and allow us to be fools out here. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Mm-hmm.
really taking advantage of our own creativity. You know what I mean?
That's how. Now, shout out to the OGs for sure, man, for paving the way for us, man. Because without them, man, we like you said, man, we'll be out here lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? But at least we
Right.
got, some OGs that done gave us the blueprint that showed us it's possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're not out here truly walking in the blind because we got some examples that done showed us, hey, man, follow your dreams and really believe in that. Yeah, boys can make it happen. So salute to the OGs, man, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, all right, so bet. So now you move. Now you know what I'm saying. You're doing the music. You know what I'm saying. I know you're young with it, but I just want to do a little fast forward because you have a lot going on.
Oh
So I want
yeah,
to make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that we won't miss too much. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
Big facts.
so now I just want to fast forward. So what pretty much got you into networking? Because a lot of people have ideas of wanting to rap or wanting to sing or wanting to be a comedian, but they don't really think about networking. So what really sparked it in your? Because I know you. So
Yeah.
what sparked it in your mind that networking was an important thing to add?
Easy, said and done. Shout out to Piper. I used to go to Piper. The principal. Um, I was kind of like a teacher's pet. I was real smart. You know when you're smart and you get kind of like advantages.
Mm-hmm.
So this one dude was working the radio station at Piper because Piper had a radio station at one point. So I started tapping in with him, and I don't want to say my age, but Shaquille O'Neal song was jamming at that time.
Okay.
You feel me? So so I told the principal, like, hey man, I want to be a little more involved with the school. Like how? Oh, you know what? Somebody doing a talent show, maybe you could work with them. So the first talent show led to this. The talent shows taught me how to do shows, how to put them together by time, taught me how to talk. Because how we doing this right now, it could be a good interview and one throw it off conversation might just fuck up the whole interview.
Real.
So I learned all that, and it even expanded me to get into like performing arts. I started doing Broadway and stuff like that. I started getting more serious, and at the time, as I'm learning myself, these videos starting to teach me how to dance. The videos were teaching me everything. So now I'm starting to come like kind of like a sponge and an octopus because now I'm getting more layers of who I am now, and I'm like, I don't know if this fun or this business. But I was going through the moment of the crisis of you remember the movie X-Men when the girl went in the water and then she came back out and she was more stronger.
Oh yeah, right.
What was her name?
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah.
Boom. So that's me.
Okay.
I started. I once I realized, I'm like, oh, it's a wrap. So now, when I started realizing who I was, because you got to remember, I was living in Harlem, a pretty boy. I forgot that the pretty side of me was still getting the girls. So when I was doing these events, I'd be like, yeah, baby, I got a big show coming up. I'm the man who running the whole show. Y'all come through. So now I got 15 girls coming from this set, 15 coming from this set, and people wondering, how am I selling this show out? All because, I just use my pimping. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Bill.
And what I learned in the game, as long as you bring the girls, the fellas gonna come.
Facts.
And that's what happened. And now that one talent show led to the next talent show, but now Piper becoming the big thing of talent shows now, to the fact that Straining Hands started doing it. BA started getting on it. So it became trendy. And in my era of being in high school, I want to give shout outs to people that blew up, like Baby Sham. went to school with Cuz, you feel me? Or Anderson, I mean BA, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's the little Chinese cat name? He was on 106 and Park. He signed with Rough Riders.
I
He
ain't
was he used
talking
to be in my
about.
freestyle ciphers as a jit, you know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. Chinks.
What his name was?
Chinks.
Yeah, shouts out
Yeah.
to him, man. You
Yeah.
feel me? It was another group that was kind of like Wu Tang called Fifth Element.
Oh yeah, I ain't talking about.
I went to school with them.
Okay, I ain't talking about.
So yeah, man, it was the stuff that I was doing. It was blowing the school kids away because they like, yo, we got an outlet now.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gotta just play basketball no more.
Right.
We could start getting back to dressing real fly.
Mm-hmm.
Cause my name Fresh,
For
and I was
real.
always fly. In all the yearbooks, I was always top 5.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That
So
plan.
that's how the right now manager, promoter. A lot of y'all don't even know I'm a producer and a writer. I done wrote songs for people. I done wrote hooks for people. Uh, uh, Before the music got real trendy in the South, it was all about videos. So I always felt like as long as I could get in these videos, I'm gonna be popular. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to people like Rick Ross, Bow Wow, Pusha T. I was in their videos. If you go do your research, you'll see me in there as a youngin' stunting. You know what I'm saying? Uh, One of the wildest videos I've been in was Rick Ross, Bag of Money. Miami Heat was on top of their game. You feel me? And we had to take a little lunch break, and they brought a whole RV out.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you put the luggage at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
A whole flat screen came out. We watching the player get ready to do the next part of Bag of Money video, or the whole table of all type of foods, bro. I'm sitting there, and this was the introduction of Meek Mills. So I
Shit.
got to see Meek Mill grow up in the industry right before me.
Damn.
Yeah, so shout out to Rick Ross made back for
Nah,
allowing me to shine in that video,
nah,
man.
that's legendary,
I
bro.
got a lot of legs off that
Yeah, I can imagine. Yes, sir.